So we refer to that area as our xerophytic garden. All of the plants are xerophytes, so plant species that have an adaptation to be able to cope with extreme weather conditions, in particular drought. In 2020, we launched the Climate and Ecology Manifesto, and that overarches everything that we do in the entire museum, so internally and externally with our 16.5 acres. And we had this area at the front of the museum, but it was looking a little bit tired. It was a south-facing area, and we've got this amazing sandstone frontage that retains heat as well. We dovetailed that with a big pathway project that we had planned in the garden, and we knew that all the paths were going to be lifted and relayed, and the sub-base that would have normally gone to landfill, we retained all of that. We essentially dug quite deep trenches and filled it with some of the bulkier material, and then mixed the spoil with the rest of the concrete, and then on the very top we've got concrete fines.
What plants would you suggest that people should really look at if they've got a dry or perhaps hot environment that might also get a bit cold? What
we've been able to do, I think that anybody can achieve, and I think that the thing that we're constantly trying to do is to demonstrate to our visitors sort of alternative practices. And we're all building, particularly in an urban environment, we're constantly building. Rather than sending that material away, consider buying or hiring a concrete crusher, which are actually becoming readily available, and various boroughs have tool libraries, and we should be asking them to have that kind of plant available to lend. So you can get in a concrete crusher, create a crushed aggregate, and then it's that substrate that is really key, because what a lot of the plants that we've grown in this location can deal with is low temperatures, down to as much as -20, but they can't deal with having sort of waterlogged cold environment through the winter. So yeah, back to your question, I think my top 3 plants, and it's difficult because I've got so many favourites, but a plant that is really, really lovely we've included in that area is Orangeum jossaiking. And what I particularly like about it is it's got a really long season of interest. So it flowers, it's great for pollinators, really unusual looking, but the seed head persists through into winter. And then there's Polygonum scoparium, which not many people are growing, and it's completely done away with its leaves. So it almost looks a bit like Equisetum, but it's much more refined and delicate, and has a beautiful little flower, little white flower all up the stem from late summer, and it's scented as well. And then the other plant that I'm really fond of at the moment is Hespera aloe. Again, with a really long season of interest, with a beautiful coral coloured flower.